Welcome back to another Sunday Swings. It's the fourth Sunday of Advent. Merry Christmas, everyone. Well, technically for me it's still Saturday, but you will see this on Sunday, so Merry Christmas. It's the fourth Sunday of Advent. This week is Christmas, so I don't know if I will trade. I don't know how much volume we will have in the markets, but I think that if the perfect setup happens to form in the week coming up, then I will probably take the trade unless I notice that there's just zero volume. So we have to be a bit cautious this week, but I think we have some pretty great markets this week. First, we have 5 euro pairs. Then we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 CHF pairs and NZD/USD. They are pretty much all the same trade. So Euro USD. The weekly we have this doji. We are also at the top where last time we rejected from. The daily we have a bit of nothing going on right here, so this is just market structure. On the 4 hour we have this kind of head and shoulders and this small area of interest. We have the EMA, we have an evening star, so I'm waiting for a break below, then a retest, and then the real move to the downside. Maybe this is one of those days on Monday or Tuesday where it's just you have like 3-4 days of small moves and then you have this big move, big candle to the downside, maybe to the EMA, to this area of interest. So I can see this happening. It's pretty clean on the 1 hour, on the lower time frames. Euro AUD, we have this head and shoulders on the 4 hour. Pretty big red candle. It didn't close below, it's not engulfing the previous candle, which would have been nicer. Then it would have been tweezer tops. But 4 hour we need a break below, retest, and then the move to the downside. Then we will have the EMA on our side. 4 hour, we kind of rejected from this resistance, this support. But I think we can have the move to the downside and then maybe we will really go down. I think when we have 1 week with a big red candle like one of these, and then the next week isn't one of those comebacks, then I think we will probably fill a lot of this area right here. EuroCAD, we have this nice doji on the weekly. On the daily, it was looking super clean, but now it's just wicks and wicks. But we have this area of interest, EMA. I think a lot of you guys traded this pair last week, but nothing really happened, not that much. But I think if we break below this support and then have a retest, and then we can have a move to the downside, but it would have to be lower than this area of interest right here. Otherwise, if we enter below this smaller area of interest, our stop loss would have to be super tight to only go to this area of interest. So I would hope for this pair this week to break below, retest, give us an entry, and then move far below this area of interest. This is what I would hope for. Euro NZD, nice head and shoulders on the weekly. It's not yet confirmed, but if we have a bearish engulfing, that'd be great. The EMA, it's pretty down below, pretty far below, so maybe you would want to come back. The daily, it went bearish right here, then had some structure, and then when it came back up here, it went bullish because it broke above this structure point. But the newest structure, I would mark it out like this. Like this. So you can see we have the move to the upside, then this move to the downside, and then back up. So I would consider us to be bearish if we break below this daily close. This right here. So if we break below this, retest, then we can have the move to the downside. And last euro pair, Euro CHF. Euro CHF already broke. Daily, head and shoulders. And now retest and then move to the downside. NZD CHF, like Euro CHF, already had the break below this area of interest. And now I'm waiting for a retest and then the move to the downside. Again, it would have been nicer if this candle were an engulfing, but I think that's okay. It's pretty much at the lowest it's ever been, but we do have some space up to here, down to here. GBP CHF, another head and shoulders. On the weekly, we have this doji, which often is a reversal, but we also have these tweezer tops. This is not fully engulfing the bullish candle, but it's mostly. We have daily head and shoulders. We are below the EMA. I'm waiting for a break and retest below this area of interest. That's what I'm interested in. CAD CHF. CAD CHF I'm actually interested in buying because we are above this super big area of interest and we have had these two bullish candles. So we are bullish. We have this weekly doji. Yeah. Just dip into this, then break above this area, and then the move to the downside. To the upside, I meant, obviously. USD CHF, tweezer bottoms, I guess. You know what I mean? The 4-hour structure is not as clean as the other pairs, but we do have this nice doji on the weekly. We have the bullish engulfing and well, we are bearish. Interesting. We are bearish at the end. That won't change. But nonetheless, I'm interested in this pair. Something like this. And then NZD USD. we already had the break, now the retest, and then the move to the downside. If you want some more confirmation, you can wait for the break below this smaller area of interest, below the EMA, and then you can take the trade to the downside. But otherwise, you can just wait for the retest. Weekly, we kind of rejected this EMA, bearish engulfing, yeah, pretty nice. And that's all the pairs for this week. I think maybe you could take GPCHF to the upside, but I won't be interested in this. So we have Euro pairs as shorts. Then we have 1, 2, 3 CHF pairs, one overlapping with Euro to the downside as well. Then 2 CHF pairs to the upside, and then NZD USD. So basically we have 1, 2, 3, 4 different trade ideas for this week. But it's still Christmas, so we will have to be cautious. Yeah. We have some pretty nice opportunities. If we get the volume, then we can make some nice trades. Yeah. On that note, Merry Christmas everyone, and see you next week.